I've been hanging out with this girl, and I know I shouldn't be, but I'm one of the few guys. Maybe I'm a guy who kind of does. I don't know if I wouldn't say I know what love is, but I get attached really easily.
Yep.
So I don't stupid to do this. Like we're about to leave to college and like not see each other again.
Yep. So basically, what you're talking to this girl and you don't want to get too attached, but you want to see her.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's one of those things, man. Like, it's tough because sometimes you just gotta do it anyways. It's part of life, you know. There's a few people that you come across. It's not an infinite amount of people you come across, and if it works out, sometimes you have to go through it and deal with it. But yeah, you have to obviously keep yourself in check, and maybe this is a good opportunity to train yourself. That's what you probably should do, and learn to keep yourself in check. And just because you get attached now doesn't mean you will forever. You have to learn to keep that part of you under wraps. Because if you don't train yourself to do that, then everyone's going to abuse that in you. You know, you have to be more ruthless. You have to train yourself to be more ruthless. So if you get super attached, like or train yourself to be able to detach as well. Like it's okay to be attached, but also understand that you have to be able to work on that part of your mind where you can override that feeling with logic and do the right thing, even if you don't want to. Are you naturally a disciplined guy?
Right.
Are you
Yeah.
naturally? You are?
I would say, I don't know, probably not with this stuff because I don't have much experience with it, but maybe more general stuff, I'd say sure.
Yeah, because it's the same muscle you're working, it's just in a different lane, right? I mean, if you can go to the gym, even when days you don't want to go to the gym, it's you're activating the same part of your mind, right? Now, when you have a girl, obviously you're gonna have like a lot of good feelings that can come from a woman. A woman can provide a lot of nice, happy feelings for us, right? But you still have to be able to override that when you know it's not good for you, because that's part of the game, really. They suck us into like a trap, essentially. Not it doesn't have to be a trap, but they're very capable of sucking us in. And if we start to let that get to our heads, then it can be really bad for us, because it's not our job as men. Like whenever men become overly feminine, it starts to erode their soul in a sense, literally. You start to feel way more likely to be depressed. You're way more likely to make poor decisions, is because inherently you as a man are not supposed to be the one that's out there and doing all the lovey feely shit. This is all you being too much skewed towards the feminine. Does that make sense?
Yeah, it does make sense because I kind of need, I kind of need to chill out with being so sensitive, I think, probably.
Yeah, for sure, man. And that just comes from work. You have to work on yourself to not be so sentimental. I mean, me myself, man, I used to be a very sentimental person. But I realized I was a very bad mental state. So I created strategies for myself to basically, not allow that to consume me at all, right? And now, like, I don't have to worry about that as much. But yeah, it takes time, right? So if there's certain aspects of your character or your personality or whatever, your mind, where you get maybe attached to things and now you feel bad for them. This is all you tapping into your feminine way too much. Like that's what the feminine cares about. The masculine cares about results. They don't care about objects the same way. And you have to be able to get yourself in that mindset. You have to. There's no choice. Otherwise, you're going to suffer because you're deviating too far away from what you naturally need to be.
Right. But I should still like pursue it, right? Even though it might not be the best thing.
Um, I would say when you do this though, you have to do it in a very you have to do it in a calculated manner. Like don't allow yourself to fall so deep. Like you have to hold yourself. Like you have to hold on to the cliff. Don't like allow yourself to just fall into it so deeply and hard, because then you're just gonna get so screwed. As a guy, you should never do this anyways. The truth is, and a lot of guys can't accept this. Taboo alert. A lot of people are not going to like this fact, but the truth is, as a guy, you can never really, like, you really should never fall deep in love with a girl, ever. They should do that, not you. Sorry?
Not even with marriage, would you say the same thing?
No, no, no. And this is a huge point of controversy amongst people because they think, oh, that's so stupid. That doesn't make any sense. Because all these people have these really skewed views about equality and this and that. And they try to whip out the Bible on this. And you're not supposed to allow your love to cloud your decision making when it comes to taking care of business. And being deeply, deeply in love can very much cloud your decisions, right? And that just makes you weak. That's a feminine response. You don't want this. You can love your woman, but you can't like be like in this sparkly, super happy state where the world around you looks like a like a, I don't know, cartoon or whatever. You know what I mean? And a lot of guys fall into this trap. And it's because you don't have emotional discipline.
Right. That makes sense. And I think I am doing that. I
Yeah.
think I've done a decent job of hiding that I'm doing that, but I'm still doing it.
Hey, hiding it is step one. At least you're aware that you don't want to give off, but girls can smell it, man. That's the other problem too. You can hide it up to a point, but a girl will eventually start to smell, this guy, I think he likes me a lot, you know? And hey, you know, it's you grow from these experiences. But you have to keep yourself in check. Like you don't want to go in with the bad mentality or it can screw you. So in your case, man, I would just do it. I would do it and
Right.
deal with the pain of it because that pain that you deal with will help you understand it on a deeper level. You know, we can talk about it right here all day. I mean, you can sit here and discuss it, and yeah, maybe it might help a little bit, but in the end, it's all about performance, right? Being able to dominate your mind is not something you can think your way into accomplishing. You have to practice and put yourself in these tough scenarios to essentially give yourself the training ground to do this. You know, because
Right.
me and you can talk about how to shoot a basketball and the theory of what it means to shoot a basketball properly in your elbow position, your hand position, all these different things, right? We can talk about that all day, but then the day
I do that.
you have to go and do it and shoot those 500 shots in order to solidify the concepts we discussed.
Right. All right. That makes sense.
If you like what you saw, subscribe to my channel and check out my website in the description to book a call. Thanks for watching.